Hello everyone, this is Ange. Welcome to another episode of the Visual Novel Monthly Recap. This is a video series where I highlight news related to major visual novel releases in the community for each month. In this video, I'll highlight anything that happened in May of 2021. Let's get started. A fan translation of Yushilei's Amayui Castle Meister has been released. However, Depravity, the person who released the patch, has admitted that this translation was mostly run through Google Translate and then edited, so keep that in mind if you decide to read this version. There are people who have had difficulty buying Shirobune licensed visual novels like Meteor World Actor and the Megasuki series through Joren. That was because Joren doesn't accept PayPal and sometimes didn't accept some credit cards. If you feel more comfortable using PayPal, want a place to buy visual novels on Joren more comfortably with your credit card, you can go on Off Gamer Store to buy points to use on Joren's store. The third volume of Fantasy Tavern Sextet has released on Manga Gamer, Denpasoft, and Steam. Nocia has been announced to be releasing on Steam sometime soon. It's a sci-fi mystery visual novel with some gameplay that originally released in English on Switch. So if you're interested in this genre and prefer visual novels on PC, be sure to look forward to it. For those who like reading visual novels on Vita, a patch was made for the Vita version of Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. Assumedly, it uses the text from the official release from the PS4, Switch, and PC versions. My Darling's Embrace is a lighthearted spin-off of the Steins Gate universe, having little to no drama and having lots of comedy and romance. Fruit Bat Factory recently released a visual novel called Mamiya, A Shared Illusion of the World's End. To be honest, I don't know much about it, but the Steam description describes it as a captivating, dark visual novel in which a group of young men struggle against existential dread for the end of the world. You can get it on Steam, itch.io, or Just USA. The remakes of the first two Famicom Detective Clubs, The Missing Heir and The Girl Who Stands Behind, have released on Switch. Just keep in mind, since these stories were originally made back in the late 80s, they might have some mystery tropes that aren't as robust or unique as more recent titles in the genre. Kanad Hikari Mimamoru Sakimichi De was released on Switch. These are a handful of heartwarming or funny side stories related to the various characters in the series. For any fans of the expression Amrilato, Manga Gamer announced they are going to localize the sequel, Distant Memorajo. The digital version of the PlayStation and mobile versions of Hatoful Boyfriend have been removed from their respective stores. If you are interested in reading this otomage with bird love interests, I believe the only way to read the official digital version now is on PC. Speaking of sequels, for those who enjoyed Oshirabu, Waifus Over Husbandos, the developer announced that they're going to be releasing a translation of the fan disc, Oshirabu, Love or Die. Snowy Ryujin Translations has released a fan translation for the demo of Loopers. Loopers is Key's newest visual novel, and they got Ryukishi07, who wrote Higurashi Ubaneko and rewrites Lucia Route, writing this whole visual novel. This fan translation of the demo can give you an example of what to expect, as both Snowy Ryujin and Alka Translations has expressed interest in making their own fan translation of the full visual novel. But funnily enough, shortly after, Key themselves announced that they plan on releasing an official translation overseas. So assumedly, both Snowy Ryujin and Alka Translations won't be working on their translations for the time being. A bunch of various Nukige released in English, including Eden's Ritter, Priestess of Pleasure, Bikini Tits, Mommy Goddess of Unconditional Love, and My Horny Housewife Friend's Sexual Awakening, all by Shirobune. There is also a Funbag Fantasy 3-If by Manga Gamer, Closed Game by Just USA, and Opie Academy by Frontwing. If anyone was interested in a Korea original visual novel, Tales Shop released an English translation of The Blind of the New World on Steam. It even has Korean voice acting, with both female leads being fully voiced by professional Korean voice actors. World's End Club got released on iOS and Switch. The most notable thing about this game is that it's a collaboration of Uchikoshi of Ever 17 and Somnium Files fame, as well as Kodaka, the main writer of the Danganronpa series. It even has a similar premise to Ever 17 and Danganronpa of a group of kids being trapped in a theme park together. It's worth noting that this game has enough gameplay that it can be considered an adventure puzzle game, so keep that in mind. The visual novel development company Zuse has decided to close business. As far as their English releases go, the two most well-known ones were Ayan no Azalea and Seinaru Kana, both of which were published officially by Just USA. So it's unfortunate for anyone who liked the company and were hoping for more releases, Japanese or English. And that is it for May of 2021. As always, if you have any feedback, positive or negative, feel free to leave a comment below in this video or one of my social medias. See you all next month. Thank you so much to 123321 for not just one, but 2 donations on my Ko-fi page.